Hi, back at the Rhode Island shore again. Come to the end of the same spot every day, and because I love the frequency here, I'm surrounded by the ocean on both sides, and it's a beautiful place. And there's something about it that helps me attune to Jeshua. He's asking me to bring forth another message. I don't know what it is, but I'll begin with a silent prayer. Then he'll start after that. Indeed, beloved friends, I come forth yet again to join with you in this way, that certain ideas might be communicated, and that there might occur as well at a realm that I am aware of, and perhaps you are aware of a little bit. A soul joining of heart, my heart to your heart. And it may seem, oh, this one, it is just an idea, and so on, this Jeshua, but I assure you, what I am speaking of is a genuine one-on-one connection between two unique individuated beings. You, the one who are hearing these words, and me, Jeshua. And that is true for all who would join in this way. For I am able to join with many at once. And you might ask, how is this possible? Well, we will remind you that time and space are an aspect of the illusory dream. Therefore, if time and space do not exist in an ultimate sense, you, in your experience of time, have many what could be called relationships with individuated beings. And yet, if time is not real, then you, in a sense, are having many relationships all at once as well. And that is what I am doing in what could be called a ramped-up way, because it is part of my role. And it is the potentiality of any child of God to do this when they so desire. So my soul is expanding in the infinite realm of the mind of God by my joining with you, and by the joining that I have with each and every one of you who are listening to this. And my soul is engaging with billions of other beings on this planet at this time because of my role as what is called the planetary Messiah. You have equal capacities to join with as many or as few as you desire. Just a beginning and introduction to our sharing this day. Beloved friends, you might be finding yourself, as the weeks go by and you are stuck at home, you might be finding yourself with some unique challenges to stay engaged and to feel an energy of life flow when the activities have been so restricted compared to what they were before, since this virus came. And yet we ask you to consider one thought. We have shared that the universe is always and only, you could say, arranging itself based on the choices that you have made up until this point. Joshua, you are saying the universe is arranging itself and changing based on what I am deciding, and I say, oh yes, beloved friend, indeed it is. For you are the child of God, and God is seeking to reach you, to bring you, to give you the opportunity at all times to return to the truth, to return home, to return to the awareness of the power and oneness of love, not the dual or multiple expressions of what you would see as power in this world, separate things, separate power, separate wills, separate interests, separate beings. For individuation does not mean separation. There are individual aspects of the oneness, and the oneness shares interests and power and capabilities and will, and you are an aspect of that oneness. Therefore, because the universe is always shaping itself to gift you in its loving benevolence, to gift you with exactly what you need to awaken, That has not changed. Though much may seem to have changed, that fact has not changed. It is still doing that now. And there has been a big change in terms of the daily life and the habits and how to cope and things like this, has there not? And yet, if you sit and consider the idea I am sharing here, that there has been no change in truth in the fact that the universe is simply and merely responding to you to give you exactly what you need at every moment, that you might awaken, that you might have the maximal learning experience at any time, then you might well live in the wonder question, how is that so? And why would there be such a massive shift? Some of you might be thinking, it does not feel like we are going back anytime soon. We will share with you, you are not going back at all to what you had before, because you will always have the remembrance of this event. And when you go back and you see the polluted skies yet again over your cities, where they had been clear during this time, there will be a memory of this and thinking, perhaps we can do this another way. Perhaps we can have the prosperity and the health and the clear skies. And there will also be the awareness, a growing awareness of the oneness, of the connectivity of all of you. For if one here can get sick, or 5, just a few, then all of a sudden it can explode into the entire country. So we'd best make sure that everyone has what is called the basic health care. It is in our shared interest. And that is one of the purposes of this virus, to bring to you a greater awareness of your shared interest. And it cannot be fooled. You might have had an experience as a young person of something similar to, if not this specific event, going up and digging up a root or digging up a tree. And you have an idea of how it will work and how much energy it will take, and you go and you try and you try and you try, and the root does not move. And you can try everything you want, and you can spend hours on it, and the root does not move, and eventually you have to up your game. There are laws of nature, and you live in relationship with them as a human being, as an aspect of nature yourself. The physical self is an aspect of physical nature. And there are certain ways things work, and just because the mind thinks it should be easier does not mean it is easier. And those things are teaching you how to organize and discipline the mind and create patience and create humor to help you deal with these things. And perseverance. Well, this virus is very much like the root. It has its own laws. If you seek to speed up and get away from it, it will be waiting for you down the road because it moves faster than you do. And so the discipline that is being required is a training into healthier habits of disciplining the self, disciplining the mind, staying put. All you are asked to do is stay put and have a little faith. It is perhaps not easy at this time. But understand that the Father, the Mother, God, is giving you every opportunity to awaken in the most graceful way possible by having the war within, by having the war in being against an invisible enemy. And that would seem to be outside of you, but really the enemy can be the one that will not sit still, that is within you. The one that loses faith, the one that has the unloving thought, that does not see the potentials to grow out of what is occurring, and therefore makes moot and nullifies the significance and value of those who are stepping forward to give their lives as an illustration in this. Rather learn this lesson if you would move forward in grace. You and your brothers and sisters' interests are not different. And with that, we will complete this sharing. Amen.